I'm about 1 month out from the end of my marriage. I discovered my wife had been having an affair. Shortly after, she decided to leave. We were together for almost a decade. She was my whole adult life. And now I'm sitting here in the home we shared, with just my dog, trying to figure out how to survive this. I'm not here to analyze her decisions or try to win her back. She made her choice. I'm trying to focus on me now, my healing, my survival, eventually my future. But right now I still feel immense disbelief, sadness, panic, and anger. So I'm asking you, if you've been through this, how did you survive the first few months? What actually helped? This is my story, and I need your wisdom.
Let me give you some context about where I am right now. I'm in my mid-30s. I live in the suburbs. For almost a decade, I was married to someone I thought would be my forever. She was my whole adult life. Every major milestone, every important decision, every plan for the future, she was there. Or I thought she was. I discovered she had been having an affair. And shortly after I found out, she decided to leave. Just like that. A decade together. And she walked away. The betrayal was one thing, but the speed at which she left, that's what's really messing with my head. Like our entire life together meant nothing. Like I meant nothing.
I'm not here to analyze her decisions. I'm not here to convince anyone she was wrong or I was right. I'm not here to try to win her back. She made her choice. And as hurtful as her behavior was, as devastating as this has been, I'm slowly learning to accept it. Slowly being the key word. Some days I accept it. Some days I'm right back in the disbelief stage, wondering how this is my reality. What I'm trying to do now is focus on me, my healing, my survival, and eventually, when I can even think that far ahead, my future. But right now I'm just trying to make it through each day without falling apart completely. And it's hard. It's so incredibly hard. I still feel immense disbelief, like I'm going to wake up and this will all have been a nightmare. I still feel overwhelming sadness, the kind that sits on your chest and makes it hard to breathe. I feel panic, especially at night when I'm alone with my thoughts. And I feel anger, at her, at myself, at the situation, at the unfairness of it all. My question is simple, and I'm hoping some of you can help me. If you've been through this, how did you survive the first few months? Especially if you were hit hard like I was. If you felt like your entire life had been ripped away. If everything you thought you knew turned out to be a lie. Can you list out a set of steps you took? Things that actually helped you get over it? Or at least helped you function while you were processing it?
Let me tell you what I'm already doing. I'm journaling, writing down my thoughts and feelings, trying to process what happened, trying to make sense of the senseless. I'm going to weekly therapy, talking to a professional who specializes in betrayal trauma and divorce. I'm leaning on a few close friends and family members, the people who've shown up for me, who let me talk, who let me cry, who just sit with me when I can't do anything else. But here's the thing, I don't have a lot of friends. I realize now that I let most of my friendships fade during my marriage. I was so focused on her, on us, that I neglected other relationships. So part of my healing process is going to have to be getting out there and finding new hobbies, meeting new people, building a social circle. But I don't even know where to start with that.
I also have a sweet dog who's been my emotional support through all of this. She doesn't judge, she doesn't ask questions, she just stays close. And on the days when I can barely get out of bed, she's the reason I do, because she needs me. And weirdly, that helps. Having something that depends on me, something that needs me to function even when I don't want to. I'm doing what I can, but I'm also struggling, really struggling. And I'd love insight on some specific things. First, I now live alone in the home we shared, just me and the dog. Every room has memories. The kitchen where we cooked together, the living room where we watched shows, the bedroom where we slept, the bathroom where we got ready. Everything reminds me of her, of us, of what we had and what I lost. The loneliness is really tough. It's not just being physically alone. It's the emptiness, the silence, the absence of the person who was supposed to be there.
Second, I deal with chronic low back pain, so the usual advice everyone gives, go to the gym, hit the weights, run it out, that's not easy for me. Some days even walking is hard. I'm trying to do what exercise I can, gentle stretching, short walks when my back allows it, but I can't do the intense physical workouts that a lot of people swear by for processing grief and anger, and that's frustrating, because I want that outlet, I want that release, but my body won't let me. Third, I'm scared, really scared. I'm scared of being stuck in this pain forever. I'm scared of being alone forever, of never finding someone again, of being forgotten. Like she's already moved on, already building a new life, and I'm just stuck here in the wreckage of our old one. That fear keeps me up at night. It makes me panic. It makes me wonder if I'll ever be okay again.
Fourth, I don't want to date right now. The thought of being vulnerable with someone new, of trusting someone again, feels impossible. But at the same time, I can't imagine ever feeling that kind of love or connection again. I can't imagine opening my heart to someone when my heart is this shattered. So I'm stuck in this place where I don't want to be alone, but I can't handle being with anyone either. Fifth, I miss it. All of it. I miss the life we built together, even the imperfect parts, the routine we had, the inside jokes, the way we moved through our days in sync. I miss the future I thought we were heading toward, the plans we made, the dreams we shared. All of that is gone now. And I'm grieving not just what I lost, but what I'll never have, the future that will never exist.
And finally, I'm realizing something about myself that's hard to face. I've been deeply codependent. My entire sense of self was wrapped up in being her husband, in being part of us. I didn't know how to be just me. I didn't have hobbies that were mine alone. I didn't have friends that were just mine. I didn't have a life outside of our marriage. And now that the marriage is gone, I don't know who I am. I'm trying to learn how to be whole on my own, but it feels impossible. It feels like I'm starting from zero, like I'm learning how to be a person for the first time in my 30s. So if you've been here, I need your help. I need your experience. I need to know what actually worked. What helped you survive those first few months? What routines did you establish? What mindset shifts did you make? What survival tricks got you through the worst days? How did you deal with the loneliness? Did you force yourself to be around people? Did you lean into the solitude? Did you get a pet? Join groups? What made the empty house feel less suffocating? How did you start rebuilding when everything felt so empty, when you didn't even know where to begin, when the future that you'd planned was gone and you had to imagine a completely different one? If you dealt with physical limitations like chronic pain or illness, how did you process your emotions when you couldn't exercise them away? What alternatives did you find? What helped release the pain and anger when your body wouldn't cooperate? If you struggled with codependency, how did you learn to be whole on your own? How did you figure out who you were outside of your relationship? How long did that take? What did that journey look like?
If you were scared of being alone forever, of never feeling love again, how did you work through that fear? Did it go away? Did you learn to sit with it? Did you eventually find love again? How long did it take before you felt ready? I don't need toxic positivity. I don't need someone telling me everything happens for a reason or that I'll be grateful for this someday. Maybe that's true, but right now it doesn't help. Right now, I just need honesty, even if it's messy, even if the answer is that the first few months are just going to suck and I have to endure them. I can handle that truth. What I can't handle is feeling like I'm doing this wrong, like everyone else knows some secret to getting through this that I haven't figured out yet.
I also don't want advice like man up or become an a-hole or get revenge or any of that. That's not who I am. I'm a sensitive, light-hearted guy. That's just who I am.
And I'm not going to change my fundamental nature to get through this. I'm going to find a way to heal that honors who I actually am, not who someone thinks I should be. So please, drop a comment. Tell me your story. Tell me what helped you. Tell me what didn't help. Tell me how long the worst of it lasted. Tell me when you started to feel human again. Tell me when the panic attacks stopped. Tell me when you could sleep through the night. Tell me when you stopped checking her social media. Tell me when you stopped replaying conversations in your head, trying to figure out where it went wrong.
Tell me something practical, something I can do tomorrow, something that made a real difference for you, a book that helped, a podcast that got you through, a therapist technique that clicked, a friend's advice that landed, a routine that kept you grounded, a mindset that kept you going. Anything. Because right now, I'm drowning, and I need someone to throw me a lifeline. Not a vague one, not a someday you'll be fine one, but a real, concrete, this is what I did and it helped one. That's what I need. That's what would help. I know I'm going to be okay eventually. Logically, I know that. But emotionally, I don't feel it yet. And I don't know how to get from where I am now to where I want to be. So I'm asking for your help, your experience, your wisdom, your survival guide.
If this story resonated with you, if you've been where I am, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Drop a comment below with your advice, your story, your timeline. Tell me what you wish someone had told you in month 1. Tell me what you learned the hard way. Tell me what you'd do differently. Tell me what you're glad you did. We share real stories like this every week. Stories about surviving the first months after betrayal. Stories about rebuilding after your life falls apart. Stories about learning who you are outside of a relationship. If you want to see more content like this, if you want to be part of a community of people who understand, visit our channel and turn on notifications. Remember, if you're in this right now, you're not alone. And if you're on the other side of it, please reach out and help someone who's where you used to be. That's how we get through this, together. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.